Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is the Divine Force. We are still in Delryk Village because I found an apprentice Esoa player. I did accidentally play him, but I think I get the basic gist of what the game does. It's not too bad, it's basically just putting pawns on a board, trying to surround your opponent, in turn killing off his pawns, and then try to do as much damage as you can to take them down. And of course, because this is a low level apprentice player, he's not that hard to beat. And only on the first time you beat them, you get a piece of their deck. So, let's see how it works.
I'm an Esoa master. Face me.
No, you're an apprentice at best.
I shall give you no quarter.
And of course the pieces that land on the board are randomly put there at the start of the game. So the further along in the game we get, the more pieces we win or find, the more high level our deck will be, and the more damage we technically can do on our opponent. Okay, so let's start with Berserkers. High damage, but they lose that damage if there are other pawns around them. No, don't get in the corner. That way we can lower his strength, because we know that Berserkers lower their attack power with all the pawns around them. Then we have Leonard. I do want to be careful that I do not enclose my own pawns in the process. I'm sure that the AI will... Ooh, that's what I mean. Oh well, let's call that nice example on how not to do it. Let's see if we can reproduce that result ourselves. Not enclosed enough? We need a third? Ah! That's just not nice, you guys. And we're not getting our high level pawns as well, so that's gonna be a bother. Let's try to enclose an area off all for ourselves, because they cannot put anything behind our line. So if I can place one into the middle, we at least have that enclosure all for ourselves. Ooh, yes, Ridley. Definitely. If we can survive this round without losing MP, we can use our magic. Alright, beautiful damage. Opera and high level gunner. Yeah, we're gonna place as many pawns as we can to negate the damage they do, and increasing our own in the process. How did it place there? That's... oh, probably because of the 24 soldier there. Ah, okay.
And thus I triumph. It seems I am the victor.
So poorly played by me, but I have so high level damage characters that it didn't matter.
Sorry. I guess I'm not as much of a master as I thought.
I guess you're not, boy. I'm sorry. So yeah, so in between the episodes from now on, I will try to find other players to play against, see if we can raise our level and get that pawn that apparently we need for that side quest we picked up at the port. And for our compounding, I did a couple of trial and error parts on my own. So what can I tell you about it so far is that there is no list apparently that contains what you have made so far. And I haven't figured out yet if there is a way that we can look back at that. And apparently if you make something that is special enough, you get points for that. If it isn't, you get nothing.
Of course.
And what you get is very little experience and very little SP, but I think the rarity of the item that you make is what determines how you will be rewarded. So normal items as like this, like the resurrection elixir, it's so simple and common that we just don't get anything for it. At least that's my assumption of it. So I think the more higher level items we get and the more we use, the better things we might be able to get. But seeing as there is no list on what we will make if we use those items, I probably will need to save before each and every time I use them in order to not waste any precious resources in making something ridiculously stupid. So yes, so it's gonna be hard but not impossible. I'm hoping that if we get some more quests from Welch, we might be getting a guide or a list of all the things we've made and the combination of items we use for that. Because if we had that, we could play around a little bit more with the item creation and try different things out. Because if we then make something that isn't good for whatever reason, then we know not to try that combination again. So yeah. But I do like creation, but I usually use it for weapons, armor, and that kind of stuff where you can make something better than what you usually can buy at that point. I don't know how well that will be in this game, but there's only one way to find out, and that's just play it, try it, and see it. Alright, but that's the item creation. I also leveled up my scan and the strike gain with a little bit of my DP that we collected along the way, just to spend some points, because we were getting towards the 200, and I am waiting to see if we have some way of getting more skills, so we can pick the right ones, but it's a waste of points if we don't use them. The same thing with the tree. Nina's not in our party because we're inside of town, but I also unlocked for her the first aid and healing skills, so that she has the same basic skills that every party member has, and I still need to figure out when will we spend points in anything or raise it. I'm a bit on the fence about that, but at some point we'll have to decide. As long as the fights are is still easy to do, they are getting harder, definitely, but as long as it's still doable, I want to wait with spending points until I have a clear idea where we want to move with that. Alright, so for now I think it's best that we head back to port and look at the infirmary. No, not cancel, travel. Alright, can we jump over this? Always loving the glide. Ooh, and the pots are whole again. Oh yes, I can imagine the food is fresh if I can recognize what every kind of food is.
Good afternoon. Is Dr. Vey'l here?
If it isn't little Nina. I heard those monsters were quite the handful.
Wait, you did? How?
When goods aren't coming in, your ears tend to perk up at news that might affect your bottom line.
So then your stock is low, huh?
I've got enough for the time being. Hold on a moment. I'll get you the usual.
I don't want to be rude, but if all we're doing is picking up some drugs, remind me why you wanted us to tag along?
Sorry, that's not the real reason. There's something I want Laeticia to see.
Sorry for the wait. Why the long face, Nina?
If it's not too much trouble, can we see the patient?
His illness is quite advanced. Just don't get too close.
I'll make sure not to. If it's all right, I'd like to show you all something.
Is he afflicted with?
Yes, Helgar's disease. It's claimed the lives of 20 people already,
and shows no signs of slowing down.
That many?
Laeticia, if you don't mind, could I come with you to the capital? I need to visit the Semiomancy Consortium.
What exactly is that?
The main institution where semiomantic research is conducted. It has the best facilities in the kingdom.
That goal I was talking about? It's to cure Helgars. And to do that, I'll need to learn a lot more about iatromancy. Please, I just want to rid the world of the disease that killed my father.
The rub is, would Maester Marcus approve of that?
If he doesn't, we'll never learn enough about it, and more people will die. I can't let this disease spread any further than it already has. Dr. Yzen and I can only do so much by ourselves.
I understand your concern, but that's not why we're here. We're here to convince the doctor to disclose Maester Felgreed's whereabouts. I personally have no issue with escorting you to the consortium. However, were that to irreparably sour your relationship with Dr. Yzen, it would defeat the whole purpose of this endeavor.
I don't know. Call it a gut feeling, but I seriously doubt Marcus is that stubborn of a person.
Do you?
Anywho, let's head to Delryk. Taking detours isn't gonna earn us any favors with him.
Fair enough. It's not as if we gain anything by staying in Rythal.
Albaird!
Oh no.
Pardon the indiscretion, but no need to worry. I can stand by my...
Oh, don't tell me has it as well.
Yikes, he's burning up. This is bad. Dr. Vey'l, we need you to look at someone right away. Please!
Illness and travel are inseparable bedfellows. I doubt it's anything serious.
That is a great relief.
There is something I'd like to ask, however. What manner of creation is that on?
Before I continue, please speak to no one of what you will hear. He has lived with that arm for 14 years now. I can only assume he has lived with that pain equally long, abiding it with stoic countenance so as not to worry me.
No need for such decorum. Someone of your station does not need to lower herself to mine. As for Albaird, I'm afraid I'm not the iatromancer Marcus is. I recommend his second opinion. Tell him those are my exact words, and I'm certain he'll oblige.
He will?
Marcus isn't so set in his ways that he'd ignore Nina. Nor Filberto's wishes.
Dr. Vey'l.
You've had enough excitement today. Go rest. I'll tell Albaird when he comes to.
Very well. Thank you, Doctor.
How is he?
Well enough to be discharged tomorrow morning. A little fatigued is all, apparently.
Good to hear.
The doctor also suggested we have Maester Yzen look at him once we return to Delryk.
Weird. Guess Nina was right about Albaird looking sick then.
Indeed. This ordeal has taken its toll on me as well. Let us return to our lodgings.
That shall, but that was a really good piece of information about lore that we needed to know. So 1, Nina is investigating the Helga disease, hoping to solve it because her father died of it, one of the 3 wise men. And we just discovered, which did explain all the weird looks that were given towards the arm of Albaird. It's not a real arm. But we still don't know what kind of arm it is, but it's definitely not real, because, especially this word, what type of creation is it? Is it a mechanical arm? Is it something organic he created? Is it cursed? I'm very much intrigued by it, but now we at least know what Nina's goal is of being in the game, what her objective is going forward. We know it from Raymond, which is getting his party back and fulfilling his mission of carrying the goods to where they need to go. And of course Laeticia, is on the lookout for Midas, for whatever reason it is. And I think it has something to do with maybe the other kingdom, which we are slowly hearing more and more about. Like I said, slowly but surely we are learning more and more information about how the world works, what everyone's role in our party is in it, and what their motivation is. With Albaird, he's her faithful retainer. That's what he is. But he has a story of his own to tell as well, and I think it has to do with his arm. So yeah, definitely something nice we can figure out along the way.
Near the fountain at the top of the hill, if I recall correctly.
Yep, and it should be free, because we played for it.
I don't care how fluffy the bed is. No jumping up and down on it, okay? I've seen you folks zipping around out there left and right, but in here, you behave yourselves. You hear?
Oh, I will behave myself. I will do my utmost.
Pardon us.
Oh, welcome.
It is actually free. Nice. And this is cheaper as well. So, what kind of food do we want with it? Intelligence, defense. Is there anything extra text? Appreciate the journey of warriors across the falls. Yeah, so there's no food for any quest in this area. But it is at the sea, so it's all fish related. I definitely want to pick a favorite of someone. So let's go with Nina's favorite, because she's new to the party.
The harbor lights are quite lovely come nightfall. Rest well.
Simply delightful.
Okay, now that we're all here, let's go pick up Albaird.
Let's. And hopefully he's well enough to travel.
The clinic was just down the hill on the left, yeah?
Don't worry, I haven't forgotten.
Thank you all for looking after me, and sorry to have been such a burden, especially to you, Nina.
You absolutely sure you're okay?
I am. You shan't see me on my knees again.
Bluster if you want. You will not weasel out of your trip to Dr. Yzen's.
Of course. Perish the thought.
Okay then, let's get on getting back to Delryk.
Alright, let's acquire Dr. Vanel's letter. Oh wait, let's go back inside the infirmary and see if we can talk to them or not. Nope. I think at best there might be players here, but other than that, I don't think we'll find something. Beautiful building though. There's a sick person. Nope, I'm not gonna get closer than that. I don't want to accidentally get it and then fail the game or something like that. It's probably not gonna happen, but we gotta make sure. Alright. Let's see if we can directly warp or if we need to get outside the region first. Yeah, we can. The marker's already on the new location.
Okay, first we hand over the drugs to Dr. Yzen, then we'd butt heads with him.
Alright, I'm all for busting heads, especially if they aren't mine. Let's have a quick look on the map to see if any new side quests. Nope, still the same one with the tethered ropes, which I still believe we have to do through creation, but compounding.
The infirmary was on the west side of the village, on top of the hill.
Hell yeah.
Let us make haste.
And like I said, I think compounding will not be the item creation skill we need to use for that. Ooh.
Nina!
Here you go, Doctor. The, medicine you asked for and stuff.
Don't hear you go me, Missy. And what in the name of all that's holy are you doing here?
Maester, do not be angry at Nina. She has only brought me here to see you as a patient.
Did I hear you right?
Dr. Vey'l examined me in Rythal. However, he suggested that I get a second opinion from you. These are for you. The referral and my medical records.
I'll see what I can do.
He is still a doctor at heart and he can't ignore someone in need. Ooh. What the hell is that?
A prosthetic, huh?
This lasted 14 years? Anyone else but Midas, and it would have fallen apart ages ago. But even he couldn't keep it from deteriorating. He created this prosthesis using semiomancy. It was designed to grow with its wearer, as would true flesh.
Wait, so not only does it move like a normal arm, it grows like one too? How is that not the invention of the century?
If only everyone were as elated as you upon its unveiling, things would have been quite different.
Maester Yzen.
You may put your armor back on. I've seen all that I need to. I appreciate Vanel's referral, but I know little about this arm. Midas, on the other hand. Alright, I'll tell you. Midas currently resides in the village of Ada. He's your only hope of fixing Albaird's prosthesis.
Thank you so much.
A word of caution, he is a peculiar one. It was he the council directed their ire toward years ago. Persuading him will be no simple task.
Nor will it dissuade us. Thank you again. I know you did not have to tell us.
Any hiatromancer in my position would have.
Yes, a patient before his personal opinion.
Wait, does that mean we're leaving right now?
Indeed. Time is of the essence, and Maester Felgreed is integral to our mission. We cannot afford to waste a moment.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Then, how do I say this?
Nina. Fret not, for I would be honored if you joined us. The more allies I have in this endeavor, the better.
You heard the princess. Now see if the doc's cool with it.
Okay, I will. So I guess, Laeticia, I'll be with you in just a sec.
Is he actually gonna ask or not?
Dr. Yzen, can I ask you something?
Of course. What is it?
We should give them some privacy.
That we should.
So, where is this Ada?
To the north of the Larkus region, at the summit of a perilously steep mountain.
We should provision ourselves accordingly. As an added benefit, Nina will have the time she needs to settle her affairs.
Works for me.
Alright. And in settling our affairs, is this another player we can play against?
You're in on this Asoa craze too? Isn't that a game for kids?
Maybe. Ooh, level 1 master. You're saying this is a game for kids, and then you do something like that. You've been playing yourself as well. You. Alright, I guess we'll have to get ready for that. Alright. Oop, that's definitely not high enough. Ah, so we're gonna go to the armory.
Yes, that sounds nice, dear.
I wanna check out Nina's room first, just in case.
Pardon us.
Alright, don't see any green lights. The chest is even gone after we open it. Well, you think she has some things ready to take with her on a journey. Well, maybe we can pick it up when she's back in our party.
Pardon us.
Welcome! Feel free to ask if you have any questions.
Nothing specific, just leading us here in the assumption we need to buy stuff for our journey. I think I already bought everything I wanted to have here. Aquaberry potion and Valgoop. I even made 1 or 2 with the compounding, but it wasn't consistent. I think it's a fail when this is being made. I haven't found any aquaberry potion, but there is a chance that we need to make that ourselves, so it's good to know. A beverage made from concentrated aquaberries has a distinct aftertaste and some well-devoted fans. Maybe 2 aquaberries in order to make that? Definitely gonna try that in between the episodes.
Much appreciated. Stop by anytime.
Anytime.
Well, that was indeed fruitful.
Nina's probably done with her talk by now.
Shall we return to the infirmary then?
So it was just us getting in here, making sure we did at least attempt to look at stuff to buy for our journey. Okay, I'm fine with that.
How'd it go?
Good. He didn't even argue. I just told him I wanted to join the consortium, and he said fine. On one condition, that I don't embarrass the princess. How did you know that he would give his consent?
I just know that's how parents are. They don't want their kids to experience the same hardships they did. But at the same time, part of them wants their kids to follow in their footsteps. It's in their blood. And I should know better than most. I followed in my father's. Obviously, the Maesters were pretty pissed at the royal family. Which probably accounts for at least one reason why your old man never mentioned anything about his past. Anyway, he still left you that mountain of research regardless. Just in case you ever decided to become an iatromancer like him. Plus, Dr. Yzen made you his apprentice. What I'm trying to say is, both of them are more than happy to support you in your decision.
You think? I guess they would have.
Well, if it took us a trip to Rythal to convince the doc, who knows what it'll take to convince Midas. So let's get going.
Yeah. I'm off, Dad. See you around.
Aw, she is actually calling him Dad too. Really nice. Alright, so Nina's back in our party, so we have a full group once again. So I'm guessing we need to get out of town and reach the... what we're going for? The northern region of it's the region we were before. The names of this region are really hard to remember, but we'll figure it out. But first, let's check if there are any new side quests, and they aren't. So, let's get outside.
All right, time to set out for Ada.
Woohoo!
To reach the village of Ada, we must traverse the Larkus Weald. So our first step is to travel towards the Larkus region.
I think that is a really good plan. That's also the reason why I walked out of town, cause I think that's the reason why you get the message with fast travel that you're gonna miss certain things. I think those are meant for these type of text, which you always get when you get out of town. Like a reminder of where you should be going. Which is good. The Weald, the ruins, the village. Let's just go to the region itself. Just so we hear some of the text when we arrive there. Then we'll see where the game wants us to be. Oh, of course, it doesn't put us at the point between two regions. It puts us in the beginning of that region, and that's of course all the way at the other end of the field. Nice, but I'm gonna do something else before this. I'm gonna go back to the city. I want to see if there are some private actions here for us to do. And see, my party is gone, so they're all over town. So let's see if I talk to them.
May I ask what you would typically do in your work, Ray?
Let's see, how do I explain this? Your kingdom has jobs that involve moving stuff around, right?
Indeed. Many which involve transportation by animal, boat, or otherwise.
Well, that's what I do. Essentially, my job is to take someone's cargo from one place and deliver it to someone else who needs it. Only we don't just deal from city to city or country to country. We deliver from planet to planet.
Planet to planet? I cannot say I quite understand. Nonetheless, I am sure you are doing a wealth of good.
I wouldn't say it's all that great, but, thanks. No job is too big, no fee is too big. Anything from a single letter to a house as big as this village, we make it happen.
A house? Forgive my shock. I cannot fathom carrying such an enormous burden. Yet, true as you say, no job is too big.
Yep. So if there's anything you need me to deliver, just say the word, alright? No matter what it is, I'll get it there safe and sound.
I see. If the need arises, I know whom I shall call.
Nice, okay, so we now know that there's no indicator of private action on the map. You just need to talk to the people when they're not around you when you enter a town. Right, it's gonna take some extra effort, but I'm not below doing that. And if we need something delivered right now, I think we can order Raymond to deliver Laeticia to Midas.
What do you think about when you use Duma to fly around?
In all honesty, I focus ever so much on the flying that I do not have the capacity to think of aught else.
Makes sense. I mean, even I haven't flown around like that before.
Also, I find myself oft terrified. What if I fall? I cannot rid my mind of the anxiety. Oh, on this topic, the world you come from is even higher than the sky, yes? Have you ever felt frightened in such a high place?
Huh, never thought about it like that. I guess you're not wrong. But the sensation of falling is different when you're on the surface here. I can't really say the same about flying with Duma. As they say, you get used to it.
Fascinating. I wonder if one day I shall become accustomed to sky travel.
That's all fine and dandy, but just don't get careless before then.
I see. One must consider so many aspects in regard to flight.
Ah, and now he's gone. Good to know. So maybe if we done all the private actions, they go to their standard location in the village. So if they're not on their standard location, we know there might be a private action in town. But I think it's good to say that we need to travel from city to city on a regular basis. That's to see if there is any private actions. And I wonder if there are going to be private actions, not just a little bit of a story to learn more about the characters, but also if there's a choice for us to be made.
Oh, I can't even tell you how grateful I am that you invited me along. It's an honor. Oh, I can't even tell.
Alright, so that's her standard place, and this is his.
Chloe, where the heck are you? Where in this blasted world did you crash down?
I will find her at some point, don't worry.
It seems almost a cruel joke that this ailing arm of mine would aid in leading us to Maester Felgreed.
Well, I just call it a blessing in disguise, because he would definitely not tell us unless you had your problems with your arm.
How exquisite.
Alright, I just wanna walk by here, see if we can get 2 roly-polies, but that's not the case.
How exquisite.
Because I think I needed 2 more in order to get enough for the skull here. Oh, that should be it then. Let's see.
We have some new goods for sale. Why not have a look?
New goods. Ooh, wait. Ah, so this bargain buy is occasional items. Small explosion that generates an electromagnetic wave. Sounds interesting, but not gonna buy it, I'm sorry. I was more here for these. Okay, we're still missing 1 roly-poly, and I think this is a new one. This wasn't there before. So the shop gets new quests the further in the game we get. Good to know. That doesn't deter me from getting what they need. Just means more quests to fulfill, more money to be gained.
Stop by again anytime.
Oh, I will.
Well, that was indeed fruitful.
Yes, I think for now I want to check out one more place, and that is going... Ooh, what? Oh, that's where we need to be, I bet. Alright, let's go back to the seaport and check if there are any private actions there as well. And also maybe learn where their standard location in town is. And then we can move on to the new region.
It seems almost a cruel joke that this ailing arm of mine would aid in leading us to Maester Felgreed.
Okay, so that means that their text is the same in every town, depending on wherever they are standing at that time. Alright, good to know. That means that if we see them in the same location, we don't necessarily need to talk to them.
Oh, I can't even tell you how grateful I am that you invited me along. It's an honor.
Well, rest assured, the honor is all mine.
How exquisite.
Just silver, really? So we're definitely gonna get that far. Oh, it looks like our dear old Ray is on the square.
Chloe, where the heck are you? Where in this blasted world did you crash down?
There's also the chance that the private actions doesn't determine in the location that we are, but just at the moment and time. So that we would have seen that same private action if we were in the port instead of the village. That could also be a thing. Another thing that we need to be mindful of. Because if that's the case, it doesn't mean where we are. Then the private action is not tied to the location, but it's tied to the person, which would be more logical in my opinion. I think so. Alright, let's go over to the new region. And go check that out. Because I think it's where we started the game. Where the pond was.
Continuing on our current northbound course should lead us into the region of Edahli.
So you're saying we're almost there?
Nay, I am afraid this is merely the beginning. We must conserve our strength, as the terrain shall only become more arduous.
You mean the mountains? Ugh. Been a while since I climbed anything. Here's hoping it's not too steep.
Well, there's only one way to find out, and that's to move on ahead. Ooh, that's one of the big frogs.
Enemies, dead ahead.
I know, but unless they attack me, I'm just gonna leave them be. But since we have fast travel and we can go back to this region too, definitely worth exploring it in between episodes, see if there are any chests that we might have missed. Ooh, I do see some gems we have missed. Normally I would pick them up between the episode, but it's right ahead of us. Come on. It would be so wasteful just to unnecessarily avoid them. I think last time we just jumped off the wall instead of actually looking down if there was anything for us to pick up. Damn. This actually looks beautiful, doesn't it? It's worth just walking the land on the first try if you haven't seen it yet, just to be able to see it. And then every second or third one we can just skip it with fast travel.
So exquisite.
Continuing north from here shall see us arriving in the Edahli Region.
The northwest side is where those ruins were. I've never been to this side, though.
This area is near where we first met Ray. Somehow it feels somewhat nostalgic already.
Oh, so it was around here.
Exactly here where I'm standing. That's what I mean, is it would have been cool if the pod was still there and not only for the scenes, cause then we could say, hey, this is where we met you. And here it is, a new region for us to explore.
Whoa, you weren't kidding when you said perilous.
One wrong step could indeed spell your doom. Nothing to stop you from plummeting to the bottom, so keep your wits about you.
If we misstep, we shall look to you, Duma.
And Duma's thinking, I will be of service. Yes, ma'am. I wonder if at some point it will start talking when it's becoming less shy. Look at that view. Beautiful mountains. But that so far in the distance is not where we want to be right now. We do have to be careful with Doom, or we could slide off the edge really easily. Did he really just jump off the edge? I know we're scary, but that's a bit of an exaggeration, that response. Or is there something down there? Because I did see a platform over there. That's of course where we're gonna go. Careful. And always aim for higher, so we can use our glide to go wherever we want to and not fall down. Damn, this grass is beautiful. Nice, another stack. Because stacks is what we like the most. Ooh, careful. Oh, I don't think we're gonna make... Ah, easy. I'm perfect. Alright. I wonder if we're gonna encounter something along our way to the top.
Should we just follow this path?
Indeed. I believe the village of Ada lies to the east.
Well then, I guess that's where we're headed.
Very good. Let us proceed with caution.
Yes, and this is one of those shrines that I found, and it does look like we can't interact with it, so maybe the items that we found are specific to each shrine. I'm still on the fence whether or not to use those items. Ooh, careful!
You'll not be the last.
Well, I'm more concerned of not being the last myself. Ooh, that's a beautiful magic. I like that. It's really happy with my AP bar probably, but I'll take it. Well done, guys. Well done. Ooh, wait. I saw something. Yeah. That's why I always say, check your map, because you might miss something if you do not pay attention.
How exquisite.
Electromagnetic bombs, the items we could buy for a bargain at the village store. No, we don't need to buy them. We have them already by the game itself. More platforms. I'm guessing we're gonna need to do that if we want to get some more gems and such. I'm not one for a little bit of work. Ooh, I'm guessing that's lower or higher. I don't see anything up there. So could that be down there then somewhere? Alright. Damn, it does seem that you can go further with Duma than you might think at first. Uh-oh. That's better. That's better. Sometimes you just have to give it an extra little push. Gonna find some more chests in here. Ooh, or a cluster. To be honest, I like a cluster of points more than chests right now. Because item chests, we can probably buy them or acquire them by crafting them ourselves at some point. Points, however, they are finite. An eye patcher. Ooh, let's grab them from behind. No, you're not allowed. Damn, that was a perfect blindside. Did you see that? How much bonus we got from that? Really good. Alright. You know what? Let's see. How much do we still need to go? Not that far. So there might be a scene happening over there. And I think all the way down there is probably where the village is gonna be. So I think I'm gonna leave the episode right here, just before that activation point. So next time we're gonna go to those platforms, grab a few more gems that I'm pretty sure is gonna be there, and then we're gonna see on what is gonna be happening over there. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a scene, but what it is, we'll have to wait till next time. Until then, I wish you a great night, morning, day, wherever you are, and if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time as we discover what's on top of Edahli Region's hill. See you then. Bye bye.